Thomas. I head up the private client service for MHA Carpenter Box. I think it's fair to say that last year has been a challenge for us all. 2021 is a year for hope and for coming out the other side, and we're looking for some positive news. Of course, we all know that the government have borrowed extensively, invested a lot in helping us get through the pandemic. So it seemed obvious that taxes might rise and we would need to start contributing back into the economy. Throughout the pandemic, there have been financial winners and losers amongst us. Those households who have had a reasonable income and have been able to continue to work will have benefited from spending less on holidays and going out. On average, it seems household savings in the UK have risen over the last year. Of course, those households who have lost income as a result of COVID-19 should have benefited from the various measures introduced by the government to provide support. We heard Rishi Sunak's spring budget yesterday. He announced that the furlough scheme will be extended to the end of September, although employers may need to contribute towards furlough pay. The Self-Employment Income Support Scheme has also been extended to a fourth and fifth round of claims to help those self-employed individuals whose businesses are affected by COVID. So we see that these schemes will extend support to the summer, at the end of the summer 2021. It seems likely, however, that those small employers who are still struggling to pay staff may start laying off jobs once they have to start contributing towards furlough pay, and we may see a rise to unemployment in the summer. With regard to personal taxes, we know that tax allowances and tax bands have been frozen from 2021-22 for 5 years. The personal allowance will increase by £70 to £12,570, and the basic rate limit will increase by £200 to £37,700 in 2021-22. But those levels will then continue up to and including 2025-26. The additional rate threshold remains at £150,000. We see no changes to the starting rate for savings and investment income and dividend bands. So whilst it sounds like this might be good news, given tax rates have not increased for individuals, in fact, increases to allowances and rate bands are usually inflationary to allow for increasing costs of living. This means that as income rises without any increase to allowances, we will be paying more tax on that additional income. As a result, we will start to feel a bit of a pinch on meeting the usual cost of living. This measure over a 5-year period may have a significant impact on those households who live to their means or who are already struggling. We also see that inheritance tax thresholds and tax rates have been frozen and will remain fixed until April 2026. Similarly, this will mean that where there are increasing values for property assets, there will be effectively an increase to inheritance tax on a rise in the value of death estates. It is becoming ever more important to review wills and plan for your family's future for this reason. Surprisingly, there was no increase to the rate of capital gains tax, as there was a fair bit of speculation leading up to the budget that this may happen. The capital gains tax annual exempt amount will remain at £12,300 up to and including 2025-26. With no increase to the rate of CGT for those buying second properties, along with the extended stamp duty holiday, this will be good news. However, professional comment seems to suggest that capital gains tax will increase in the future, so it may be worth reviewing any capital gains planning that you wish to consider over the coming year. Overall, the budget brings expected news for individuals. The increase in taxes will be relatively small, but will be felt over the coming 5 years. As we come out of lockdown, I believe there'll be a small bounce back for our economy as our great British spirit carries us forwards and we have the opportunity to do more and to build business. I'm sure that we will see positive changes for the rest of 2021.